Hello everyone, it is Nathan here and welcome back to another game of Age of Empires 2. Today we have something quite different. We have an arena war. This is an arena Japanese war featuring two very prominent arena players actually. We have POZ Tammy, Poison of Zone Tammy, also known as Ding, and he's up against Eddie here. Eddie is possibly one of the greatest arena players of all time, and we've seen him play many Arabia matches before on Rubli, and today he's going to be up against Tammy, playing in blue as the Japanese, all the way up to the north of the map, and Eddie is going to be at the south, playing in red. Now, they're playing as the Japanese, and that's all good and all that, but you know, the Japanese, they're supposed to be an infantry civ, but since this is Arabia, Eddie's just saying how fast do you want to die. Well, you know, Eddie does have a sort of, what's it called, reputation to really protect. He is currently ranked 6 on the leaderboard actually right now, so that's pretty good, especially for an arena player. And that's pretty much what that's all he plays, arena. But he is the king of arena, and he does have a reputation to protect and defend. And, you know, in Arabia, you don't expect to see any flushing at all. No feudal wars are going to be here, because you have these walls, and you know, scouts cannot get past these walls. Man-at-arms, impossible, it's not going to work. So both these guys are going to go for some sort of fast castle, definitely, and then the common strategy is to go for a castle drop onto your enemy's walls, or you can go for monks. Monks and siege is what Eddie likes to do, and so we will expect to see that from possibly both these players. And I've just noticed that Tammy's gold location is in a pretty bad location actually. It's on the front, which can be really difficult to protect. It can be easily harassed, and his second gold pile, wait a minute, there's a second gold pile, that's better, but this other gold pile here is possibly going to be really easy for Eddie to get if he plonks castle somewhere here. And I have to tell you this, I've actually seen the actual game as it was being played on Rubli, so I actually know what's going to happen, but I won't let anything spoil the fun of watching this on YouTube. I will hope that this will be a great experience for you guys. And so monks, why are monks so useful on Arena? Well, there are several reasons. Firstly, as you can see here, most of the map is covered with trees, and there's only a tiny bit of the map which is basically flat land. And in this flat land, you'll obviously find lots of relics dotted around, so it's really worth actually just collecting them up. And you know, if you actually manage to collect all the relics, then that will give you a decent gold boost in your gold income, and that's really going to help you with producing more monks, producing gold units, and all that jazz. So relics are pretty important on Arena, possibly the most important map in which you'll have to get relics from. And that there's a second reason why monks are so powerful, and that's just because that they just have such a long range. And you know, we might expect to see knights on things like Arabia, but knights are just not really good. They're not very good against monks. Monks you can easily convert knights very easily, and that's why knight's not going to be an option, especially not an option for the Japanese, as they don't have that many technologies or upgrades for their knights, which is a shame. But yeah, no bloodlines for them, but it doesn't really matter for if you're against monks, because well, it doesn't matter. And so there we go. So we will expect to see monks, and expect to see fast castles from both these guys. At the moment I'm just going to speed things up as we get through the Dark Age and the Feudal Age. Looks like Tammy here managed to lure some nice deer, which is really good for him, and that's very nice. That's always a good thing, because there's not much to scout actually. As you can see here, oh, that's interesting. Well, Tammy just luring his deer with his scout and then afterwards he's probably going to go to the feudal wage at about the common sort of population to go to the castle wage is that about 27, maybe even 28 population. So that's probably what these could, but okay, maybe not. 25. Well, I suppose we want to get to the castle wage as fast as possible, without having to go on full-on eco. You might know that Eddie is a great 1TC player. No eco mode, all-out aggression. That's what he does best, and he just wants to get things done in the castle wage as quickly as possible. That's why he just goes 1TC mode, all-out military or monkage, and really try to completely kill his opponent really quickly. And I don't know what's going to happen. What's happening here? Apparently, Tammy's saying to Eddie to stop cheating. I'm not sure what's going on. But now both these guys getting to the wage. Blacksmith coming up for Tammy. Market soon. Oh, he's putting up a stable. I do see why. Obviously, the only sort of real disadvantage of the monks is that they can be easily countered by scouts or light cavalry of any sort. That's because light cavalry... Ooh! Wow, nice one. Light cavalry are very resistant to conversions, and they actually have a attack bonus against monks, which is something that's kind of overlooked. They not many people know that, but most people do know that scouts are quite resistant to conversions. And oh, sorry, never mind. I thought there was a hole here. There was not. And so another reason why scouts are so important on this map is because of the relics. And if you station your scouts next to each relic, then the enemy monks won't be able to get them. And fast castling, both these guys are fast castling. Pretty much the same sort of time actually. I think Eddie will get there slightly first, but that's because Eddie has gone up on 26 population, whereas Tammy's on 28. So Tammy's going to have a slightly better eco, but his castle wage time isn't going to be as fast as Eddie's. But it's not such a big problem, because by the time Eddie manages to get to Tammy's base, then Tammy himself will actually have some things to counter whatever Eddie's going to get. And 2 monasteries going down instantly. And as you can see here, he's managing to get a lot of gold, which is obviously going to be great for monks, and especially if he's going to be going for monks, which is good. Now, I'm no expert at wallowing, and I don't know that many monk technologies, monastery technologies even. That's because I don't really generally use monks. Many people don't use monks, and that's a good reason for this. That's a good reason, because monks are just generally overlooked. They're only really good in Arabia, and not many people think that monks are actually quite effective, but in reality they actually are. They are pretty useful. They can convert your units, enemy units, and they can also heal your own units, which is always great news. Triple monasteries, very interesting actually. That's quite a lot of monasteries. That's 300 gold being spent at a time. And I noticed that Eddie's got these 2 relics right here, but as you can see here, Tammy's got a scout positioned just to try and ward Eddie off if Eddie tries to come in here and picks these relics, which he probably will do. Obviously, Eddie doesn't know that Tammy's here, and he's going to find himself with 1 scout cavalry to deal with, but it's not going to be such a big deal. He's probably going to be able to convert that. Maybe, it's hard to tell. I don't think he will, but it's pretty close. Nope, he won't, but he's got 2 instant relics right now, and he's going to take them back to his own base. Another scout cavalry coming in here, but it's very low in health, but that doesn't matter if you're going with monks. Monks don't do that damage, they just convert. And, oh, nice one. Tammy coming from the back, picking off that monk very quickly indeed. And you don't want to risk losing your monks to scout cavalry. That's just bad business, I'm telling you. 100 gold and 80 food. Wow. A 4th monastery from Eddie. And Tammy, meanwhile, what's he doing? Well, he's going with more eco, it seems. He's got 2 town centres already, and he's just got 1 mastery of his own, with 1 relic inside. Meanwhile, Eddie's going to start to go forwards, head forwards right here, and I think that Tammy will want to get a few more scout cavalry, or at least this is just going to be a monk war, which is always pretty fun. It's pretty difficult to actually micro your monks because they're just so slow, and they're just kind of an awkward unit to micro with because, I don't know, they're just kind of strange. It's kind of strange to see these men with long canes and robes and books just waving their canes at you to try and wear you to make you wear a different coloured clothes. It's strange, but there we go. That's Age of Empires logic for you guys, and we've got a forward siege workshop right here, and looks like Eddie's going to get very aggressive really quickly, which is what he does best, and he might even get a villager, which is going to be not bad. I'm not sure what he's going to do with him, but looks like Tammy's going to try and convert it back, and there we go. But a siege workshop is going to be pretty good for Eddie. He will be able to get out those mangonels, or maybe even ram, and as we all know, redemption, I think it's redemption. Yeah, redemption is only available in the Imperial Age, so Eddie's not going to be able to, Tammy's not going to be able to convert siege units so easily right here in the Castle Age, but at the moment he's walling here. He's got a very nice concentric base here, double walls, not bad indeed, and I think that he just wants to keep this gold as secure as possible. Does he know that there's gold here? Well, yes he does. He should probably go for that sometime sooner or later, but there's the battering ram right here. Gonna try and take down this stone wall, and these... Wow, Eddie's got so many monks right here. It's absolutely insane. Castle going up behind the walls of Tammy, and he's probably going to try and ward these monks off as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, Eddie's still continuing to produce those monks from 4 monasteries, also town centres. But as you can see, Eddie going on a 1TC power play, and that's what Eddie loves to do, and he just wants to get rid of Tammy as quickly as possible, but Tammy's not going to have any of this. He's starting to put a watchtower on this gold. I'd say that's not a bad option. I think that's pretty decent, especially if you want to really secure your villages against the monks. If the monks are trying to wallow these villages, then I guess garrisoning them into the watchtower will be pretty good indeed. But the stone wall going to go down in probably one more hit from now, and this castle is going to be up very soon as well. And more watchtowers from Tammy actually. That's quite an interesting choice, but Eddie is going for the monastery. That's definitely a good choice indeed. There are 3 relics in there, and I think Eddie should actually just go in there. This is battering ram, come on. This battering ram is going to be able to destroy that monastery, I think. I think it should. But Eddie with quite a few monks now. What's that? That's 12. No, not 12. No, my bad. It is 12. 13 monks right here. The 13 monks. And Eddie's going to try and get these villagers. Not going to have that much luck, unfortunately. But for the time being, Eddie does have the map control, which is what he wants to have. And he's also got a monk here just to try and secure this gold, or at least not try to ward off Tammy from getting it. So this is his only gold. Tammy's only gold is at the front. It's been harassed kind of constantly. It's under pressure, and there's not that many gold miners in here. As you can see here, Eddie's got quite a lot. He's got a significant number, probably about twice as many gold miners. But I think Eddie's going to try and go in here. Might try to destroy this section. I don't know. But a mangonel coming out, and that's definitely a good option if he wants to try and target any units. And Eddie's just continuing to produce monks. Oh man, we've got 2 scout cavalry here from the back, probably going to try and take this villager down to Chinatown. And there's not really anything to do that can actually deal with this. And Eddie might be able to... No. Oh wow, he did. Managed to actually convert 1 scout cavalry. Unfortunately, it was the one which is already low, but that's not such a big deal, especially when monks can actually heal. And there we go. That's the castle I was talking about. The castle going down here. that could be the end for Tammy. That could perhaps be the end. We shall see. But this castle goes up, then Tammy's not going to be able to gather any more gold. I think this castle is going to cover this gold. It's going to be able to destroy that watchtower definitely as well, and that's not going to be good. Nice one there. Tammy managed to kill that mangonel off, but this battle ram still lives. Possibly going to be able to destroy... No, it's not going to be able to destroy that. Never mind. Eddie is up to the Imperial Age at what? 6-1 population? Well, he's only been creating monks, and he has got a ton of villagers onto stone. No, gold. And there we go. He's got like 6 farms here, and he hasn't really been creating that many villagers. Well, he's only got 1 town centre, so you can actually only create 1 villager at a time. But there's a trebuchet going to be able to destroy that castle. But Tammy is going to be up very soon as well, and he will be able to get 2 trebuchets up as soon as he goes up. And I think that this is going to be looking very good for Eddie right here. Tammy is in a very defensive position. That's not really good at all, especially in arena. If you're just in your walls, then you're not going to be able to push out. And we've got 2 trebuchets here. Tammy is out. Is in the Imperial Age. He's got 2 trebuchets, and looks like this might turn into a treb war, which is always going to be really cool to watch. I'm going to speed things down a bit just so that we can actually see the action. And although this castle will go down, it's going to buy Tammy some time so that Eddie can actually try and lose this this treb army. But bringing his villagers here tries to try and keep them alive for the time being. And we've got a lovely treb war here, which is always very fun to watch. And these trebs, oh, I love them. They're just here destroying things, destroying trebs and killing off villagers. It's hilarious. And we've got 2 watchtowers coming up here. I'm not sure if that's a good choice. They will get taken down very easily by those trebs, but I think these trebs are just too, I guess, they just want to deal with these trebs here as well. And man, this is hilarious. Japanese treb war, everyone. This is amazing. Oh man. We've got so many villager deaths and no treb deaths at all. No trebs are being taken down at all. Board stats. There's 4 trebs from Eddie. I think there are 5 from Tammy right here. Eddie's going to try and get a villager. Well, there we go. He managed to get a villager there. And my God, Eddie's got so many monks. How many monks does he have? He's got, excuse me, wow, 28 monks. That's huge. That's insane. I don't know why he's got so many monks. He hasn't really managed to do any damage with them. Oh, nice snipe there. Very nice snipe. And if Eddie manages to actually lose his castle, which he probably will actually, then it's going to be very bad for him. Obviously, when there are only monks left, he's not going to be able to do that much damage against trebs. But let's look at this monastery. He's... I don't know. Never mind. So many monks! Man, this is crazy! So many monks! And I think these 2 trebuchets are going to focus down this monastery. Very nice indeed. That's going to stop Tammy from getting any more relic gold. But Tammy is sort of safe now. He's managed to destroy the castle, which means that he can reclaim this gold here. But, man, Tammy with like... How many is that? 6 trebuchets? Oh man. Oh man. I see what he's going to do. He's going to treb those monks. That's going to be hilarious. Oh man, Eddie's going to have to run away. He's going to have to G to the B. Otherwise those monks will get absolutely destroyed. And looks like he's just focusing down that house for the time being. And I think that Eddie is going to have to run away. Big time. He just can't go in with these to these trebuchets at all. Especially when there's castles coming up now as well as the archery range from Tammy. And we've got more treb wars. Oh man. Oh, that's great. That's hilarious. This is hilarious. Well, Age of Empires to everybody. Oh man. Trebuchets are the new onagers, I think. This is hilarious. I love seeing this. It's just amazing. I just love seeing this great balls of fire just dropping down on these monks. And he's only managed to kill 1, which is unfortunate, but oh man. This mangonel could be the end of all these trebs. But with this castle here, it's going to be pretty hard for Eddie to manage to kill off all of them. He might get one, he might be able to damage one, but it's hard to tell. And Tammy's going to try and focus us down, but oh, mangonel gone down, and Tammy managed to survive that quite nicely. And sniped off another treb there, which is very good indeed. Looks like Tammy is in a pretty good position now. Eddie with just a whole lot of monks. And I don't know what he's going to be able to do with this, because at the moment he hasn't actually done that much. So that's not really great for him. But it looks like he's going to try and convert this treb. I think redemption is done for him. And this treb will belong to Eddie. No. Okay, Tammy's going to try. Tammy just deleted that. He won't let Eddie have that. He's like, well, if I can't have it, neither can you. There we go. I just can't believe how many monks Eddie has got. That's hilarious. And he hasn't done that much damage at all, but there we go. So many monks here from Eddie. Monkage, huge monkage. And we've got huge trebage from Tammy as well. Put on a castle on the front just to secure this side here. Probably going to try and secure this gold as well. And we've got elite skirmishes. Now, elite skirmishes, I don't know how much damage they will do to a monk, but probably not so little actually. They will be able to do 6 damage, and that's because monks don't have any armor at all. They just wear robes, not any kind of armor. And we've got a mining camp up here just to secure this gold, just to get some more gold. And Eddie is looking in a very bad position indeed. He really needs to do something with his monks. He could try and suicide them and just try and, I don't know, he can't really do anything. He can't engage this. He's going to get absolutely destroyed. I feel like, what is Eddie doing? I don't know. Let's just look at his view lock. Well, at the moment, he's just... oh my god. He's got these many monks. I'll just love it if a huge energy shot managed to kill them all. That would be amazing. That would be the best thing ever. That would be so hilarious. But Eddie's going to have to run away because these trebs are going to try and focus him down once again. But Eddie's not having any of that. He's going to try and mark these monks like a bouse. But Tammy's switching into crossbowmen. I think that's a great choice indeed. They will be able to deal with these monks very, very effectively. And they obviously have the range to do that, and they're fairly cheap, so it doesn't really matter if one of your crossbowmen gets converted. So they're fairly cheap, especially in the Imperial Age, where you're able to afford many units. And we've got a mixture of crossbowmen and skirmishers, and that's going to be pretty bad for Eddie because Eddie's just got monks. And if this monk army goes away, if he loses that, then it's going to be GG. But nevertheless, Eddie's going to try and convert some units, and he's managed to convert 2, which is always nice indeed. But oh, Tammy's in again with those trebs. He needs to move them forwards. I'm not sure. I don't know if Tammy's got those. Yeah, he does. He's got that. Oh, what's it called? The Japanese unique technology that makes your trebs pack faster. I don't remember what it's called, but I think it's a great choice in this aspect of the game. And Eddie has really little to defend. He's trying to get the conversions he can. At the moment, he hasn't really been so lucky. Only converted a few, but there's just so many more units here, just killing those monks so quickly. Eddie's saying GG, and there we go. Tammy winning that one, very, very decisively indeed. That was very nice from Tammy right there. He managed to defend against those monks and that castle very easily. Well, not really easy, but managed to defend that very effectively, and pushing out with those trebs, pushing out with these archers, and ultimately winning the game. And Eddie's just got so many monks. It's still hilarious. I just can't believe how many monks he's got. There we go. What a game. I love Arena. I love this. It's great. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this. And this has been NKZStryker, and I'll see you sometime in the future. I'm out.